Since the birth of flight, military pilots have looked for ways to effectively engage one another in air-to-air combat. In this episode, we look at how aerial dogfights began and how they developed. At the outset of World War I, aircraft were used largely for reconnaissance purposes. However, pilots and crewmen began taking rifles and sidearms along with them, and air-to-air combat was born. In 1915, German aircraft manufacturer Anton Fokker invented a device to synchronize forward-firing machine guns with the propeller of airplanes, thereby allowing the guns to fire bursts from the front of the plane through the propeller. Known as the interrupter gear, this invention revolutionized aerial warfare and led to the dawn of the modern dogfight. Throughout the remainder of the war, aviators such as American flying ace Eddie Rickenbacker and the German Red Baron Manfred von Richthofen would help develop some of the first dogfighting techniques, like diving out of the sun to attack, and would be heralded as celebrities both on the battlefield and in their homelands. Although fighter pilots continued to follow many of the dogfighting tactics that originated during World War I, the Second World War brought about a drastic change in the types of fighter aircraft that were used. Unlike their biplane predecessors, the monoplanes of World War II were designed for high speeds, maneuverability, and heavier armaments. This in turn led to a greater occurrence of large-scale dogfights. During the Battle of Britain in the summer of 1940, for example, British Spitfires and Hurricanes fought off waves of German fighters and bombers, and despite being outnumbered, devastated the Luftwaffe, and handed the German military its first defeat. Later, American fighters such as the P-47 Thunderbolt and the P-51 Mustang helped the Allies gain air superiority. The P-51 in particular was renowned for its dogfighting capabilities. Although used in both theaters of operation, the Mustang was best known for fighting in the skies above Europe, where it destroyed nearly 5,000 enemy aircraft, more than any other American fighter. After World War II, the age of supersonic jet fighters and highly advanced weapon systems had begun. And by the start of the Vietnam War, it was believed that air-to-air missiles were now the future. Because of this, dogfighting was no longer looked upon as a necessary skill. However, on April 4, 1965, while conducting a bombing operation against a bridge in North Vietnamese territory, a large group of F-105 Thunder Chiefs and F-100 Super Sabres was ambushed by a small force of outdated MiG-17s. Although the American force was larger and more technologically advanced, the U.S. pilots lacked experience in training and dogfighting, and as a result, several American aircraft were shot down. Incidents such as this led to sweeping changes in U.S. tactics and training and resulted in the creation of the United States Navy Strike Force Tactics Instructor Program in 1969. Also known as Top Gun, this school once again established dogfighting as a critical component of pilot training. Although the last American dogfights took place during the First Gulf War, dogfighting is still considered a vital part of air doctrine and is taught to all pilots in training. So do you think dogfighting will be relevant in future conflicts? Or have weapons become too advanced? Will UAVs begin to have their own air-to-air combat encounters? Post your thoughts and opinions below.